Congratulations on the film. Was this a story back in the late 90s, early 2000s that you were aware of in real time?
I remember it being going on. I didn't take any specific interest in it, but I remember it being interesting, but I didn't have time when it was happening, or really the inclination to look deeply into it. But I remember it being intrigued by it, but it kind of coming and going.
You've done some amazing roles in your career. Obviously, you learnt to paint from Mr. Turner and many, many others over the years. What was it about this character that was a bit of a different challenge for you in terms of characters you played before?
Well, obviously in this story, he's the antagonist, and the film, it being, based on Deborah Lipstadt's book, it seemed very much from her point of view. Obviously, with Mr. Turner, the film was about him and from his point of view, or trying to, as we say, see it. He is the centre of this. In this case, David Irving's character is very much the adversary. So the challenge here is, and it would be wrong for it to be an investigation of his motivation. So the challenge here was to try and bring as much humanity and as much rounded humanity to a character who in this really you're only seeing on the offensive.
Was it a case of you reading rather than speaking to David himself in terms of reading about the situation and everything, or did you reach out to him?
I didn't have a great deal of time, to tell you the truth, because I was busy. I was halfway through shooting the film about Ian Paisley and Martin McGuinness, another character who's could be accused of not being everybody's cup of tea. So what I did was what I always do. If he's a character that is from contemporary life, I look up as much footage as there is and look at that, read around a bit, look up on the old internet, cross-reference it, and then you do what I always do, which is, in a sense, when you assimilate all them things, use your imagination to empathise with the character, which is, as you know, different from sympathise, to see it completely from their point of view.
There's an amazing cast in this of British talent, Rachel and Tom and Andrew, who's next to you there. I mean, it must have been great to play with those guys and play off of their attributes.
Yeah, no, they're very fine actors, and it always makes everyone's life easier when everybody's that good and that generous, particularly when you're playing, in a sense, the isolated, for want of a better word in this, I presume you could call him the baddie, but he's the antagonist.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey